Oh, welcome back, everybody, to the 20th episode of the Homonymous podcast. 20th, right?
20th.
Yeah, it's 20th. It's like we've been here so long, it's insane. Yes. My name is Alex Neal.
My name is Ethan Weldon.
And we are your hosts here on the Homonymous podcast, where we talk about everything, anything, mostly about the media, because, you know, that's what we are, right?
Yeah, we're the media, man.
Yeah. We are the media.
We work in the media. We create it. I'm creating it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're creating it.
Yeah, right? This is the media. And oh, that was a really weird noise. Anyways, welcome back to the Homonymous podcast. Ethan, how was your day today?
Good. I woke up and went to work and edited a football video for like 4 hours, and then I came outside and it was snowing.
That's why we have the windows open today, so you can see all of the snow.
It looks really cool, honestly.
It does look
especially
really cool.
Near the stadium. Like I was walking out and I was like, whoa. Looks like a movie sometimes.
That's why I have my hat on today.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's introduce our guest. We have Stephen Mailand, or Stephen J. Mailand. Which one is it today?
Well, I feel like the second one's a little pretentious. So
okay, Stephen Mailand.
Stephen J. Mailand.
Stephen Mailand, everybody. Stephen, how are you doing today?
Dude, I'm all right. It did snow today, which was awesome.
Yes.
I really liked that.
What's your take on snow as a Nebraskan?
Bold question.
Very polarizing.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we get a lot of it, surprisingly. I feel like people think we don't in Nebraska get a lot of snow, but we do. We get a lot of snow.
Especially when it's like windy like
this,
too.
it's
like,
crazy.
It's not even Halloween.
Yeah.
It's snowing.
No, it snowed in like March once. No joke. March.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Didn't the first snow here last year was in September, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's weird.
I remember
sometimes.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a little bit too early.
And I think it was like 2 years ago, we went from like almost below 0 to almost 70 the next day.
I feel that as a Tennessean.
That's Texas type stuff. I feel like that's everywhere.
Sense.
Everyone thinks that their state is like the most bipolar weather state.
No, we have our own weather here.
Yeah, it's like
Minnesota's pretty whack too. I've heard Minnesota's pretty whack.
I used to live there, and it was like just like
Whack.
negative 20 degrees. Like I'd
Love
be
it.
out, you know, as a kid, just like playing in that. It was ridiculous.
Nice.
But you know, you're like acclimated to it. So right now, I'm like having to adjust back from Texas weather. So it's like,
Yeah, that'd be weird.
dude, my fingers were like sausages when I came back inside.
No, that's like the good thing about living in Nebraska is you have to deal with everything.
Yeah.
So like in the summer
too.
it is hot, and in the winter it is cold, which is good.
Yeah.
And I think I prefer the cold. Hot take. Or
No,
cold take.
100%.
But I
Cold-
prefer the
that's a
cold.
Cold take, I
cold
definitely prefer the cold over the hot any day of the week.
You can
Really?
bundle up.
That's what I'm saying. It's so much easier to warm up in the
Yeah,
cold than it is to
definitely.
cool down in the heat.
I'm gonna have to disagree.
What?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, no, not on that fact, but I like the hot more than the cold. I just like the cold is like it's nice. It's like kind of a seasonal like, oh, it's cold now.
So the thing is though, the heat here, it's humid.
Yeah,
It's so humid.
we have dry heat in
And it's
Texas.
gross.
Oh no, Tennessee!
Okay.
It's like walking out of your summer day is literally like walking into a shower.
Yeah.
Ew.
Like the
You're
world
instantly
shower.
sweaty. That's
is
what
there.
That's what I've heard Louisiana is like too.
Oh, Louisiana's horrible.
So
I've never been there, but I know people that live that. Like I have friends that are from there, and it's literally if the world was a spa, Louisiana. That's
Ew.
my statement.
It's like the
That's
sauna, but
Love it.
instead there's like
The
alligators
sauna-
in the sauna.
The
with you.
armpit. That's what I'm saying. It's the armpit of the
Ew.
U.S.
I feel like that's a better description because I actually like saunas and spas. But the
People living there
armpit.
are quitting
armpit.
right now. They're not happy.
Yes.
Well, okay, it's the same thing with the Everglades in
Okay.
Florida.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's muggy. Everybody hates it there. The armpit
Well,
of the
okay.
United States.
Fair enough.
Dang.
Well,
Well-
Steph, we wanted to ask you. So you're a student here at the University of Nebraska.
Yes,
so what are you involved in here?
What am I involved in? So I am a journalism major, so I'm pretty heavily involved with the College of Journalism.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. I'm in a few different RSOs there, most notably the Circle, which is a pretty interesting one. It started like actually this semester.
Oh, really?
And it's just like I'm one of the founding members. No, but it's nice because it's like I don't know if you're familiar with Husker Dialogues,
Yeah.
which was I think everyone had to.
It was
do
a requirement.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. It's kind of to make that a thing that continues to happen. Just
Okay.
having meaningful conversations with people. I'm a bad founding member because I haven't shown up for 3 weeks.
Oh,
But it is really good.
Okay.
It is really
Solid.
nice. When I do go, it's a great time. So that's what I'm involved in. And then really the only other thing is I work for the Daily Nebraskan, which
Is awesome.
is
by the
it is
way.
awesome. I love it. And I was involved in some other RSOs, and I am now not because it takes up all of my time.
Yes,
So
that sounds like a lot to manage.
it is a lot of work.
Because you're, what
but-
are you at, like you're a full-time student, I'm guessing? 15
Yes.
credit hours?
Yeah, 18.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
you're really dying, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. My soul is hurting.
I'm
Soul
15.
is hurting, he says.
So what exactly do you do for the Daily Nebraskan? Because I know there's different kinds of journalists, like opinion columnists or actual
Yeah.
reporters. So.
Sports reporters,
Yeah.
Yeah,
photographers,
so,
everything.
yeah, you're absolutely correct. I am a news reporter
Okay.
for them. And so I work for the news section. And so we just kind of have like, we should be the largest section, you would think, because we put out
A
the most stories.
newspaper.
Yeah. We are not. In fact, we're the smallest.
Really?
To my knowledge, COVID, we have a new section that is specifically for COVID.
Oh.
I think there's less people on that.
Okay.
But like our opinion column, I don't even know, there's like 20, 25 reporters. We have five or
Okay.
six.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough.
That is surprising.
Yeah, you'd think we'd have a lot. We don't.
No, not at all.
And so, yeah, that's what I do. So we just find any stories that are interesting to us and we write about it.
Report the
We
news.
report the news, yes.
So what's like the most recent one that you've put out?
The most recent one would be an event coverage on a budget hearing.
A budget hearing?
Super exciting.
Oh, no.
I've
Not at
no. We've talked about this too. Like I've had my fair share of like, like county meetings and stuff. Because
Mhm.
my internship in Tennessee, I worked with the PEG channel, the Public Education and Government channel.
Yeah.
Oh.
And what we would do is we literally were our own TV station. We had to schedule all these TV things, and we
Oh, wow.
would go to the county commission meetings and film the hour and a half of, yes, I'd like to pass the budget for XYZ.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Oh my gosh.
It's not fun. Well, this one was actually interesting because it was
It's always interesting your
for
first
the
time.
yeah. Okay. Well, yes. But it was specifically designed. So the first budget hearing, I'm so happy I didn't have to do it. It was 4 hours apparently.
Oh my
And
And
lord.
so another reporter got it the previous week, and she was like, the editors pitching it, they were like, "Would you want to take this again?" And her face just shot to me, and I was like, "Okay, yep.
She's like, no.
All right,
I'm not going back in.
My budget hearing only lasted an hour,
Wow.
so
You
I got
lucked out.
lucky. I
Kudos.
did. It was nice. But it was also a little solemn because the whole hearing, like the first one, I'm not a good reporter because I didn't read the story because I was writing my own. But
That's all right.
it was supposedly about announcing the budget cuts that the university announced in September, right, for the different departments, the textiles
Oh.
department, the hospitality department in the College of Arts and Sciences.
Yeah.
And so my hearing was all of those departments giving their reasoning for why they shouldn't be cut.
Ooh.
And it was rough. It
That
was
sounds
rough.
solemn, and it was all over Zoom, which also just you could tell people.
Weird.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Jeez.
What kind
Um,
of stuff were they saying? Do you know, like?
I do know. I wrote about it. Well, the first one they said that each one had about like 20 minutes
Mhm.
to give their rebuttal, I guess.
Right.
And this one gal, I cannot pronounce her name, but she ended up going for about 40.
Oh no.
And I found out that so the hospitality department in the College of Arts and Sciences, this gal is the only faculty member a part of it. Like not the only, but the only senior faculty member.
Okay.
So she like,
The only one that has any say in it.
yeah, she was kind of like, from my interpretation, she kind of like runs the place.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she like had to just defend this all by herself.
Oh my
Man,
God.
And
that
it was
sucks.
like, oh yeah, it was a sucky thing.
So
um,
did you like? Do you know if any of them like did they confirm or deny any of them while they were at that meeting?
No, so it all gets confirmed or denied in November. So
Oh,
late
really?
November,
Okay.
yes. So next month.
Dude, it sucks right now that we have to like, pick between these things.
Dude,
like, what do
yeah.
we want to keep? Like,
And
These are people's livelihoods, their passions, things like
Oh,
that.
yeah,
All
for
these
sure.
athletic programs getting cut as well. Like Iowa had to cut. Like, how much did Iowa have to cut from their athletic programs? Like a lot.
I don't know. I can check real quick.
Because
Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
I'm
Give
gonna
me a
group,
second.
yeah, I'm gonna group chat with some people who do creative media, and one of them is also an Iowa gymnast,
Oh wow.
and he was just talking about how like everything was
Yeah.
getting cut, and I was just like, that has to be scary because
No, it's bad.
you come on a scholarship too, so like if that's gone, what do you do? I wonder what the process is for that. Like, well, you might have to go home for a little while. Sorry, like
Yeah,
we're putting
and
you on pause.
there were some like heavy statements made by some of these like people who were defending their programs. Like
Yeah.
apparently the textile, I think it was the textiles department, they didn't get a notice, like because there was obviously the public announcement of these cuts, of these potential cuts in
Right.
September, right? But you would think that they would you would tell them before the public announcement, right?
Yeah, for real.
So one of them, it was the hospitality department, the one with the one senior faculty member. She said that they only got about 2.5 weeks. But then this textiles department said it was a less than 24-hour notice.
Wow.
What?
And I was like just in the Zoom call and I had to turn my like camera off. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I like hide
Jeez.
my facial expression because that made no sense.
And textiles is a pretty big part, like here in Nebraska. I mean, you have the
Yeah.
National Quilt Museum
Well, and if you think about it, so
downtown. It's really
this-
cool, by the way.
I haven't been.
Really?
It's pretty
Um,
interesting.
I bet. But they didn't do any rebuttaling in this here, and I think that was in the previous one, the dance department, right, from the Glenn
Yes.
Korff College
Yeah.
of
Yes.
Music and all that. And they, if that's cut, we will be the only university in the Big Ten Conference that does not have a dance program.
Wow.
Which is like, that's weird, right?
Yeah,
like
like
that's
what-
weird.
What
Yeah.
are the other schools doing?
Yeah.
Like, how are they navigating
And
that?
they don't really, in their official proposal, the university never really explained fully like why these things needed to be cut. And they just say COVID necessitates a 9.1%, cut.
Financial reduction.
And we're just
Yeah.
like, these are people's lives.
Yeah.
These are people's entire careers at the line. And another thing is almost all of these faculty members are tenured.
What
Like,
does that mean?
so they like have a
They-
permanent
they, like,
position.
can't be
They
fired.
can't be fired. That's what that means.
It's a big thing for professors.
Yeah, it's so basically you're like promoted and then you don't really get promoted again, but you can't get fired and you can't be like demoted from that position.
You can pretty much
Really?
say whatever you want. They can't fire you unless.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's certain cases they can
Yes.
fire you. Like
but
if you murder somebody, obviously, they're
but
gonna
like a
fire
tenured
you.
faculty position means you are like of authority in that position.
Yeah.
People can't touch you.
I did not know that.
And these
Yeah.
people are getting like their tenured positions are at risk now, which is a big
Ooh.
deal.
Yeah.
Then at that point, wouldn't the university have to pay them?
I'm not entirely sure. They didn't bring that
Man,
up.
it's kinda like-
and that was in their statements
Yeah.
of these
Like,
people are
what's gonna happen?
like
right?
like are we moving them to different departments, like what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And to make all of this worse, so that gal, I wish I could tell her name. I know her last name's King, I can say that. So Mrs. King, professor, doctor, she's a doctor, and
Dr.
I'm gonna
King.
say Dr. King.
Miss Professor Dr. King.
Yeah, because she's everything. She's
We're here for you, Professor Dr. Mrs.
she's an
King.
amazing person.
Yeah.
Not only is she like the singular senior faculty, tenured faculty of that department, but she's also not a native English speaker.
Uh-huh.
And she, I don't know exactly where she's from, but she did not grow up in the United States, from my understanding.
Yeah.
And she does not speak English to
It's
an
not her- it's
amazing
not her
level,
first
right?
language.
And again, this gal is forced to just figure this all out on her own. And so she gets
Man.
this huge statement from the university. And so not only are you like those high positions, but you're focusing on minorities now too.
Yeah.
Does not look good for the university, because
No.
if you guys are like paying attention, they like did this huge thing that they're trying to be more inclusive of minority faculty members and make the experience better for them and hire more.
Really?
Right?
And then bam, here
and
you
then
go.
now, and then another interesting fact is 10 out of 13 of the proposed faculty that are going to be basically fired
yeah.
are women.
Oh, really?
Doesn't look good.
Wow.
Doesn't look good. And the part about like with me writing the story is it's really hard when you get really passionate about something and you're like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
As a journalist, you can't really put in your view.
Yeah.
That's not your
You
job.
have to remain-
You are unbiased. I'm
Yeah.
giving my, ethical practices of this, right? And I want to make sure I'm doing that. But man, it was hard.
Yeah.
Man, it was hard because
Man.
you just feel like I had to like delete so many paragraphs because it was like writing was like, wow, this is basically 2 paragraphs saying the university is being shit at this right now.
Yeah.
But I can't say that, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have those programs that Iowa cut.
Oh, really?
They cut the men's gymnastics program,
yeah.
men and women's swimming and diving,
Mhm.
and the men's tennis program.
Yeah.
And then I know also a really big thing was Minnesota cut their track and field program, which is huge in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Especially
Track and-
the track pro. Like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that's insane. That's what a lot of those like football players and basketball players do to condition.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just taking that away. And then this thing, this isn't just in like a Nebraska thing. This is everywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's a big thing, and like the pandemic has, like, I understand, because the
Yeah.
universities have been faced with some serious like issues. Like, it is hard right now.
Yeah.
Because they're not making as much money as they used to be, and they're being shady about it. A lot of them are. Like, some of the universities' policies are kind of whack.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you guys have to pay extra when you guys are leaving
Just to keep our stuff here.
It's your house. Like, it's your house.
We
You're-
live here.
You're already paying so much. You can't leave your stuff here for 2 months. That's whack.
Apparently, our RA actually explained it a little bit. It kind of made sense.
I didn't pay attention.
Because yeah, at the way, I'll see if I can pull it up, but she basically said that because it's there's also people who are going to be living on campus over those 2 months, they
Okay.
have to pay RAs, and people who work for the meal plan, people who work at dining halls, they still have to pay them because people are signing meal contracts and housing contracts. So when people live here, it's not just about paying the utilities like electricity,
Mhm.
it's about paying the RAs and the dining hall people, and that's what the main thing was. So in that way, it's kind of like,
I guess.
okay, but like I'm not living here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It shouldn't.
like why?
The question comes like, is it still your responsibility if
Right.
you're not here?
Because like what are the people who are staying paying for?
Yeah.
What are they paying for then? It's
Oh,
like
they're
the
paying-
utilities then.
I think, what are they paying? An extra $3,000 just to live here for an extra 2 months?
Yeah, like that's
Or is it 1,500?
that's insane. I think it might be
I think it's 15 a month.
1,500 a month.
That's-
oh,
Uh-huh.
really?
Ridiculous.
Dude, you could go get an apartment for like so
Less.
much
Like
less.
half.
Yes,
Half
half.
of that.
Half.
dude.
You are in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, we're
The fact that you guys have to pay that much it's whack.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
And that's what we're saying. It's not that they want to deprive us of our money. Is that they need an extra source of income to combat.
Yeah,
Not they do want to take our money,
they do.
but
Clearly.
Yes.
I from an outside perspective, from a non-educational perspective, I understand why.
Yeah.
You know.
But just because you understand
Yeah,
the
doesn't
reasoning
mean I like it.
doesn't mean it's
I hate
necessarily
it.
what
Like,
they should
I
do.
don't want to pay $500 just
Yeah,
to keep my
it's-
stuff in here.
It's messed up.
yeah, I always wonder like how much.
I'd be paying more for a giant storage unit.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and I used to like before when I was in high school, and I'd always like hear people going into debt like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I was like, you look at the numbers and be like, tuition isn't that much. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I know.
And then you're like, oh shit, this is it.
yeah, especially
like
going
this.
to school during a pandemic. But I think what a lot of people do is they, get to college, they get that little piece of freedom, then they get a credit card, and then they start
yeah.
going out on the weekends,
Yep.
racking it up, going out to eat, not using their meal swipes.
Everybody thinks it's free money.
Right. No, you're already, it's prepaid. Like it's still there, and
yeah,
you should use
and
it.
then you graduate in 4 years, and you look at your bill
Credit
and you're
card
like,
debt.
ooh.
That's kind of what
Look
my
at that. I'm homeless.
parents did a little
Right.
bit. They just got a credit card, and they just would use the credit card. They don't have like college debt or anything like that, but they just weren't very aware of how dangerous credit cards can be when you're just really not paying attention
Mhm.
to it,
Yeah,
and it just racks up over time. So I think that's probably what a lot of people do on top of that student debt, and then
that's-
they're paying it back at a really low rate but high interest rate.
the amount of interest that's accumulating
Oh, absolutely.
is
It's
scary.
almost criminal.
It's bad.
Yes, it's insane.
Like, have you seen some like 30% sometimes?
Yeah.
Like that is unreal.
Jeez.
From
and we're,
people who
and we're
don't have
talking
that
about
money.
30% of like $100,000.
Right.
Guys, that's $30,000
Exactly.
Of each
Like,
individual
Of
person who's
each
doing that.
person.
see, like, I mean, you're an in-state.
Yeah.
And so we're obviously paying more than you are, even
Yeah.
on our scholarships.
Yeah.
So, I
Wait.
mean, that's just even more.
Well, I got in-state tuition.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got my ACT score good enough.
Oh snap.
Wait, what was your ACT? Oh. And really, they did in-state just for ACTs?
Yeah, I mean, they did it for SATs or ACTs, but my ACT score was better than my ACT score.
Oh,
other
no,
way
I
around.
understand. Yeah.
So
Wait, do you mind me asking how much you're paying for tuition this year?
I'd rather not disclose that, Alex.
That's fair.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it's let me think.
You should know
Cause
this.
usually
I know in-state tuition
it's
was
like-
9.
It just
yeah.
keeps coming.
Well, usually it's like cost of living first year is like 40,000 for out of state because that includes the housing.
Oh.
And then tuition on top of that.
Was it 40? I thought it was 24.
I think that's in
It's
state.
24 is in-state.
In-state cost of living is
my
24.
God.
I
Yeah.
think.
$24,000 a year.
Yep. So
And for us, it's like, no, you're right. It was 48, including room and board and tuition.
yeah, and then they include like books and miscellaneous fees and things like that. So it's kind of like a loose number, but I got that down to that amount. And then
Like that 24 range.
yeah, but then I also have I did some video scholarship stuff.
Yes,
so
I remember that. That was a cool video.
thank you.
With the drone where you pull up.
The
was a drone, right?
wait, which
Well, the one on Instagram where you have the N on the ground, the little graphic design, and it pulls up.
no, that was it. I didn't win that one.
Oh, dang, that was so cool.
Thank you. That would have been like $1,000 extra, but yeah, the other one was for like a texting and driving thing, but
Gotcha.
and that's kind of helped like chip away at that a little bit.
Yeah, that's
but,
good.
Yeah, I think tuition alone is like 13,000, right? So
Yeah, around there.
Yeah. Because
so,
I got lucky enough because I got a scholarship because both my parents went here. So
Okay.
I got the legacy, and then there's like a legacy plus some for out-of-state students called the George Beadle Scholarship.
Okay.
Because I had
Yeah.
above a 27 on my ACT, because I got a 29, it wasn't like an extra like few grand. So I think it's
I think it's like 2,500 because that's 15,000, and the one that
Well,
I got is 13.
yeah
Five.
with the legacy scholarship though, it
Mhm.
was I think it's 16,500.
So you're paying less than I am, I think.
Yeah, I am paying less than you are, but which doesn't make sense because I mean, you think about it, we're pretty much doing the exact same thing. Like,
Yeah.
why does he have to pay more?
Because your parents went here,
Exactly,
and you got a better ACT score.
so I can look at you.
Nice.
We have a jank setup right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean,
We're
we're
trying
kind
new
of getting
things.
into a larger topic. Like, I would say,
Just do it right here.
there you go.
Do it right in front of my face.
Unicorn.
Nice, but I think it can be pretty summed up. It can be summed up by just the statement that colleges are a business.
Yeah, it is.
Universities are a business.
Absolutely.
They are designed in every facet to make money,
Mm-hmm.
not for education.
No.
That's a byproduct.
Yeah.
But they're designed to make money. And
Yeah.
like if you look at some of these things, like for example, a student loan is the only loan, from my knowledge, this was a while ago that I like found this out, but is the only loan in the United States that you can't file bankruptcy for.
Oh, so it just transfers.
Oh.
It just
follows you the
it
rest of your
follows
days.
you. And if you die, your family's paying it.
Wow.
It will get paid. That's basically
Wow.
that's scary.
Yeah.
And that's
They're
malicious.
coming for you.
That is
Yeah.
malicious.
Jeez,
Dude,
man.
I
Money,
love
money,
talking
money.
about this stuff because have you ever seen the show Mr. Robot?
I haven't.
I
I've
feel like-
heard of it.
Dude, you would love that show.
I've heard of that one.
If you like talking about like mystery behind the scenes, people who like playing God without permission type stuff, you would love that
Ooh.
show. It's like about,
Yeah.
corporate businessmen, like not like Jeff Bezos or, Bill Gates, the people that you know.
Yeah.
It's about the people who they pull the strings,
Yeah.
like they want control and they have it. They have
Yeah,
that
well, I
power.
think that like I'm not talking about like Illuminati or things like that, but like
Yeah.
people control shit.
No, that's a
That's
definite.
literally how
Yeah,
it
of
works.
course.
Like there is a board of people up there, maybe even one dude who just owns everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We don't know about it. We might never know about it, but
Because
it's true.
they will do things that other people are not willing to do to get what they want. They
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will cross that line.
And I think it's also just connections.
Absolutely.
Like you're
Yeah.
born into it.
Yeah.
Like if you're the son of a guy who's doing it, you're probably gonna end up doing it.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
What station or like provider is that on?
It's on USA Today or like USA
USA TV. I got
TV,
you.
their website, like the first couple seasons, and then Amazon Prime
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
is on that
Okay.
too.
This is actually a
my
good segue of kind of like what I wanted to get into.
Okay.
But we're gonna talk about like movies and stuff because we haven't done that yet, and I'm a really big movie buff, and I
Alright.
want stuff. So we're gonna kind of like wrap up you in a sense.
Okay.
So like, is there anything else like you wanted to add and like tell to the people and like do an inspiring message about
Inspire.
journalism and writing?
Wrap myself up. Sounds also a little
Present
malicious.
yourself.
Yeah.
Present myself.
Under the Christmas tree.
What was that?
I don't know. I'm really tired.
Yeah, that okay.
He's in the holiday mood. He's got his hat
That's
on.
good.
It's
Yeah.
snowing.
It's
He's like-
snowing, okay?
He was singing Elf earlier.
Oh
so
my
I
God.
was singing.
I love Elf.
Singing
We'll
in a
talk
store
about
and I'm singing.
Jesus.
I'm in a door and I'm singing.
Guys, I'm trying to present myself.
Yes, present
Okay.
yourself. Wrap yourself up. Hurry
Round
up.
myself up. Can
Do
I have
it.
a bow too?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think, wear your mask. If I have to say anything to people, wear your mask, please.
We want to be over with this.
A lot of my stories right now are surrounding about how people are being idiots, and it sucks because it's not fun.
No.
And I can't even. What's difficult is people aren't going to be honest, right?
Yeah.
And so one of the biggest things that's going right now is people are just partying all the time, which, in normal college circumstances, sure, whatever, go be an idiot. But we're in a pandemic, so don't go be as much of an idiot because you're gonna kill people.
Right.
You know. And so you can be like, oh well, I'm gonna go interview people and ask them, are you taking this seriously? You know what they're gonna say? Yes, but
Yeah.
they're not, right? And so that makes things really difficult. But also just understand that this whole situation makes media coverage so difficult. The fact that I can't go just talk to my editors just casually, holy shit. I didn't even know how difficult that was going to be. But the fact that I have to Zoom call them or just call them on the phone all the time, talking about stories and sources is just so hard. And from what we were talking about earlier with our with that budget hearing and the cuts that people are making, it may not feel like it, and I don't want everyone to feel guilty, but maybe feel a little guilty, because the decisions that you guys make, that everyone makes, if you just decide on a Friday night, I'm gonna go do this, not wear my mask and go hang out with a shit ton of people in a little house, right? Those actions are what's leading to these big things that are happening, and it's affecting a lot of people's lives. That's a big deal, And so just pay attention to the recommendations of people and be safe. Wear your mask and
We're all in this
social
together.
distance. Yeah, we're
Right.
in this together.
Yeah.
And read the Daily Nebraskan because
That's right.
it's pretty good.
Stephen J. Mailand. Check
Yes,
him
sir.
out on the Daily Nebraska and all his news articles.
There you go.
Before,
Awesome.
well, is there anything that you're upcoming that you're writing that you want to I don't know, advertise, put out
Yeah,
there?
so there's a really cool story that's going to come out the 2nd, I believe. That's when it's budgeted for. And I finally got an in to talk about some of the COVID stuff. So I'm going to be interviewing some of the RAs on campus
Okay.
about how they're dealing with stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know that students aren't going to be probably too upfront,
Yeah.
but the RAs kind of have to be. So I'm going to
Yeah.
interview them. And
Yeah.
I'm still working on contacting people, but that'll be out Monday. So
And RAs, shout out to all the RAs out there.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to our RAs, Brianna and Nathan. You guys are awesome, by the way. I don't even know if they're going to listen to this, but I hope
Yeah.
they
hopefully
do.
they do. Hello. I might be talking to you soon.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, and that's the thing with RAs, I think RAs are really underappreciated.
Yeah.
They do so much for us, especially on
Yeah.
our floor. Our RAs are involved in our lives. We
That's
hang
awesome.
out together.
Yeah, and well, what's sad is I don't think that's the case for many people.
Uh-huh.
And I think a lot of the RAs maybe just don't
Just be
feel
there.
comfortable
Mhm.
with telling people what to do. And I mean, keep in mind, these RAs, some of these people are just sophomores, right? They're not
For real.
big wigs.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing with Tim and Skylar that were on last week.
Yeah.
They're juniors this year. No, they're
Juniors.
seniors.
Junior? I'm pretty sure they're juniors.
Juniors or seniors.
Yeah.
But they were giving us some really good advice, and
Absolutely.
they could tell that because there are learning community
Okay.
advisors.
Awesome.
You really tell that they care,
That's good.
Absolutely.
which is really cool.
But when you're just walking through halls, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but people just don't wear their masks. It's a
No.
really common thing. And this floor is a little bit better on that, but I have some friends on different floors available, floor 2, no one.
No.
I
Really?
never see someone wearing a
Dang.
mask, and that sucks.
Yeah.
And that's because that's where the stuff is happening. That's where, and what was it? It's Able South. I think last week they announced that there's a COVID case on every single floor now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think there's been.
I think that we had a couple on this floor. honestly.
Yeah,
Okay.
every single floor
They just didn't tell us.
of
Yeah,
Able.
I think they were. I don't think they said
Well,
anything
they
about it.
don't want to tell people
Yeah,
because it
they don't
freaks
wanna
them out.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a stigma about
And
it.
that's like a really like line that I'm not. I'm on a different side of. This is like you need to tell people.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I understand where they're coming from. I just disagree with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So that was like, we're gonna wrap this up, and then we'll go on to like our movies and media
Absolutely.
segment. So I'll just ask you now, what is your favorite form of media?
Wow.
Any kind. I know this is a very broad question, so I can get it started if we need to. Is that
Does music count?
yes?
Then
That's what I'm saying.
that's my answer. Music definitely.
See,
Just-
for me, it's also like music and movies is like neck and neck. Like I was asked a question the other day: would you rather go the rest of your life without watching another movie or without listening to music ever again?
oh wow.
You can't answer that. You can't answer.
I could answer it. I would pick. I would never watch a movie ever again,
Probably.
which is really really hard for me because I freaking love movies.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna be creative about it, could you have the audio of the movies? Just-
It's
Just
t-
listen to classic movies and then like
Yeah.
classic
Yeah.
rock songs come on, and I'd be okay with that.
right.
There's a lot of movies out there.
So definitely same thing for me.
Yeah.
Definitely like obviously music. I'm a big music guy. I've got lots of records. I go to concerts. I do all that kind of stuff. And then same thing with movies. Like I'm all over the place. Like I don't
Yeah.
have a genre. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
love
I
all
get that.
genres. Like you'll catch me like I could be watching. I'm not a big horror movie fan, but I enjoy.
Me
I'll
neither.
I'll watch the classics just to say I watch them. So
Yeah.
like I'll watch Halloween, which scarred me as a kid, and then next thing you
I've never
know,
seen that.
I could be watching some like Drew Barrymore chick flick. Just you know, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be broad. You have to open up.
Yeah.
It's like food. You have to expand your palate.
Yeah.
And I really can't say I have a favorite movie genre.
That's fair.
You know?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing with music. There's definitely ones like I prefer.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
that
obviously
I
there's a
more
preference.
commonly listen to, but I'll listen to anything.
Yeah.
I think music is definitely my like
Your
first.
forte?
Yeah, but I would say I kind of group it. This is kind of weird. This is like a weird grouping in my head of like there's like media and then there's like art, and I think they overlap. There's a lot of overlapping there,
Definitely.
but because like I would say a lot of journalism is art, right? Like it's a form of artistic expression.
So like a form of media could be writing.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
But it's a different form of expression because like when I'm writing a budget hearing, right, and doing an event coverage, I don't necessarily feel artistic or creative, but it's still
That's like a general term
it's
of
just
media.
it's just media.
It's
if that makes sense.
storytelling.
It's storytelling, but it's
Storytelling.
not my story, and so I don't have a personal connection.
Okay,
Yeah.
so should
Music.
I reword that question to what is your favorite form of storytelling?
Oh.
Storytelling.
So that's the same thing for me, music and movies.
Yeah, I would say music
Yeah.
and movies then. I also just have a really deep connection with music. So like
Because you play music.
yeah, even before journalism, this is actually like journalism's pretty recent for me. Like in comparison, my dad's a professional musician here in Lincoln, and so I started playing drums when I was 6,
Yeah.
and then I got like professional piano lessons shortly after, and then guitar, and like so music has been just a huge facet of my life. Growing up, when I was a little bit forced to go to church, for a while I was playing drums, my dad was playing guitar, and my grandfather was playing bass, and my grandmother was on piano. And so you had
Dang,
the
it's the Mailand family
the
band.
Mailand family band. Yeah, but 3 generations of
Wow.
my family.
That's
and,
awesome.
And so that's like a really like a memory I hold
Yeah.
dear to me because it's just like it brings people together, and I
Yeah.
think that's like my favorite thing about music. And so definitely there's no other form of media that like
Really is
can
close to your heart.
strike me
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the same way.
What about you, Ethan?
Honestly, there are some things in like movies where music is playing where it is some of the most like euphoric thing that I've ever experienced. And that's why I want to do what I want to do because it's just like it's insane.
I can make that. That's,
You're right,
yeah.
exactly. And that's
Well, because I know you take pictures. Is photography maybe one?
no, not really. I like photography, but I just really think there's a lot more that you can do with video.
Yeah.
There's so much more, I feel like. And it's challenging to
I really like
tell a
that statement.
story.
I can make that. So I feel like that's like the start of all like creative professionals.
Absolutely.
It's just like,
Whoa.
Wow.
shit,
Like
I can do that.
right.
Exactly.
And that's such a cool thing to have. And So I did photography for a long time too, and I felt for a long time, like beginning, and then I kind of got over it, and then at the end when I stopped doing it, was just it felt limiting in a weird way, because there was just, and I think what I realized, it was the audio. Like I really missed that form of expression.
It's funny.
And I think movies is a good example. I didn't really think about it because like you can totally use music in scenes, and it's beautiful.
Dude, stuff like the movie that always pops into my head is Moonlight. Have you seen that movie? Just like
Really
yes,
that kind of dreamy feel to a movie. That when I saw that movie, it just stuck with me because I was like all the purples and the blues and the sound of the ocean, and you know the moonlight blue black skin of the characters was just like, oh my god, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's like a really good example of like color theory.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think it's Interstellar, right?
Yeah.
I think that's another.
Oh
one.
yeah, the one with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, the one that
the
does
Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, it does like
fantastic.
The entire movie. It's like just 2 different colors in every scene, and it like each character in the movie has like their own color they're portrayed by.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's like
so
it's
cool.
like that continuous like evolving.
Yeah, and you get this,
things.
and it becomes like this subconscious thing of like you are now associating different colors with different people.
Yeah,
right.
That's crazy.
That's
like another level.
Yes.
And that's where I kind of like relate myself to movies because I've been in the video and media editing side of making things that I watch movies to watch movies and enjoy them, but I watch movies to see the cinematic qualities and the directorial effects of things. So I think a great example of camera work and editing is 1917.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Where
for
it's
sure.
literally, I think there's literally 2 cuts in the entire movie.
No.
2.
No, there's not. I know for.
I thought it was like it was supposed to be like one continuous shot.
Did they it was one continuous shot or they made it look like it was?
Okay,
Which one was it?
So basically, there are multiple cuts in it.
Okay,
None
you just
are,
can't tell.
None are visible. What are you talking about? 2 visible cuts?
Well, because like I know the whole purpose of the movie is to be a continuing story.
Yeah.
So like it's one shot. Like that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's like the I didn't know if you, because I haven't seen it. I only saw it once, but I watched a bunch of BTS stuff for it, and they would just do cuts where they would put something in front of the screen, and so they would start the shot. Okay, moving shot.
So it's like the camera
characters.
going behind a building.
Right, and then they do the same shot. It could start from that point, and then start the second shot, but from a point
That's cool.
earlier, and then
That's
they
cool.
just stitch it, and then they use some actually some CGI to mesh the shots. Like there was one shot where they dive into you know the part where he's running from the guy shooting at him and he jumps into the ocean. Didn't it look a little bit janky? Looked a little bit off?
I saw that, but I was like, I don't know. I was just hopeful that it was like one shot the entire time.
No, it's a CGI character in that shot because they.
You know what? Keep going. I'm gonna mute myself and move this microphone because it's really annoying me.
But yeah, like that part, they couldn't actually have him jump off of a cliff into a moving river. So I think what they did is they
Lack
had
of
him.
commitment.
Yeah, these actors these days, not like Buster Keaton. You know who Buster Keaton is?
I do, yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. But what they did is they had him jump just off a little platform, like right onto a green screen palette that was right below him. But then they took that plate, which is like a different layer of filming, and then just transitioned it and matched his figure with a CGI character.
That's cool.
And then started that second shot, and then they had their third shot where he actually jumps into some water and put it together.
I feel like it could be argued that they couldn't do it in one singular shot, but that's a whole nother level of creativity right there.
Yeah, that's
They're
like
back,
problem-
boys.
They are problem
Now
solving.
I can talk to both of you.
Amazing.
revolutionary. Yeah, but I thought that was a pretty cool movie. I watched it from a really low angle. I was on like the second row or the first row of a movie theater, and it was a curved display, and I was looking up at it.
So it's like a planetarium.
Yeah, I got a headache after that. I felt really sick.
Man.
I can't remember. There's a movie I saw. Oh my gosh, it was Endgame.
Endgame.
I saw that the first. I ended up seeing it like 7 times. Ridiculous. Every friend wanted to go see that.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the first time I saw it, I was just like,
Jeez.
not
Okay.
fun.
Neck hurt.
So we'll start with movies.
'Kay.
And then we'll move to music.
Got it.
Top 3 movies.
Oof.
Your top 3. I'm not gonna say of all time, because of all time wouldn't my favorite 3 movies are nowhere near the top 3 films of all time.
Okay, fair enough.
They're my favorite movies, but like if I'm going like based off of like top 3 movies of all time, so like
Okay.
Godfather could be up there, and
Um,
Goodfellas, which is obviously not one of the top 3 movies of all time, but you could put like Casablanca.
feel
Those aren't my favorite movies.
That's like a boomer answer. I feel like
well, I'm talking about the
The
greats.
Godfather. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But
But-
that's not my question. Not top 3.
Okay.
What are your favorite 3 movies of all time?
Okay, so
Go.
Oh, I know mine. I think.
okay, well that's nice. A warning is I'm not a movie buff. I would not say I'm a movie buff. I'm kind of weird in the way I like to watch movies when I'm depressed or like I feel like I'm lacking in life, and I'll watch like Forrest Gump to get inspired and be like,
Almost make love.
to be like that.
Jenny,
Why did you leave me?
Stefan, don't be sad. It's okay.
Okay, yeah,
You know why?
I'm uncomfortable.
Life
now.
is like a box of chocolate.
Chocolate.
Okay, shut up. I was opening up to you guys.
Stefan.
I wrapped myself and I was unwrapping.
We're unwrapping. it.
Okay, so
Okay.
top 3 movies.
Top
Let's start
3
with 3.
movies.
Number 3.
Or like the 3
Your
most
favorite
recent
movies.
ones
I
that
can't
you
even
watched.
order it. I don't even know.
Okay,
I'm
that's
gonna
fair.
listen to
That's
this later and be like, what the fuck? Why?
Yeah, you're gonna think like, oh, dude, I know him off the top of my head.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know why it just keeps coming to my mind, but I watched this movie on Netflix like probably a year ago. It's called The Lobster.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay.
It's really weird. I've only seen it once,
Yeah.
but I'm just thinking of how much like.
Move the mic closer to your face.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I was
I'm
gonna
just-
say if you're gonna lean back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My back hurts. I was just thinking about how much it like impacted me. I guess like it
Yeah.
stayed with me for
Yeah.
a while.
That's why I resonate with
Yeah,
movies.
and it was just weird. It was
Yeah.
a weird movie. I don't know what I got out of it. I don't know if it was anything besides what the fuck did I just watch.
Yeah.
But that's cool in its own right. What the fuck
Yeah.
did I just watch?
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I need to watch it. It's on Netflix too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Okay, Inglorious
Netflix.
Bastards.
That's a good one.
That is just
That's a good one.
the
I know.
first scene, to be precise. That is like a cinematic. Oof.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's like filmmaking, an intense thriller moment.
Yeah,
like, to
it was
a T.
amazing. Like I felt like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But
As you should.
it was good. Like that was really good. And then I'm gonna be mad at myself because I'm not gonna say any like Star Wars or anything because I love those movies a lot.
No, Star Wars isn't even in my top 10.
Okay, well you know what? Some
Sorry?
people
I've
can
never
just
seen
be
all
wrong.
of them. I
Sorry?
don't think.
Sorry.
Gosh.
I've heard the recent ones suck.
Oh
too.
yeah, they're bad. Just watch the original.
I think I've seen them all, but the number 2.
seeing,
number 5.
Seeing the latest, seeing like 7 and 8, made me like the prequels.
That's
I never saw number 2. That was the only prequel I didn't see.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay,
missing out
so,
too much.
Third
But,
one.
Third one would. I don't know, man. It's hard. I'd probably say like I said, Forrest Gump. That was like a really good
Mhm.
movie. I thought. I've only seen it once.
It's a classic though.
That
Yeah,
is a
that's
classic.
definitely one of the classics.
yeah.
Dang.
You can't go wrong with Forrest Gump.
Yeah. We can come back to you.
Okay.
Okay, Ethan, go ahead.
I'd say my top 3 is probably. I don't know why this is one of those movies that really stuck with me,
Mhm.
but in like a feel good kind of way,
Okay.
or like feel bad. Honestly, it's kind of, but like Half Nelson. You ever seen him? Heard of that?
I know what you're talking about. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie poster, seen the trailer. I've
Yeah.
seen parts of it, but I haven't seen the full movie.
Dude, it's just like it's a really like the soundtrack is really good for it. That was a big thing. Like I used a song, the end song in my documentary was from that movie.
Oh, wow.
The guitar
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I just like it was, and I watched the movie the first time, and then I listened to the soundtrack because I was looking for a completely different song that was in the middle of the movie, but I found that song.
That's cool.
And then when I
Ooh.
was making my documentary, I was like, I bet this would be a good end to the like to the my documentary
Yeah.
because it just sounds like conclusive.
I love finding songs from
Yeah,
movies.
and then
It's
I
cool.
watched the movie back, and I realized that was the song that they used for the end of the movie, and I was like, there we go.
Unconscious.
That's perfect. Yeah,
You knew. You knew.
So, but yeah, it's about like a school teacher, a middle school teacher,
Okay.
who is basically addicted to like crystal meth, kind of like crack, basically.
Okay.
And
All right.
he just makes a connection.
Starting off strong.
Right, that's how the movie kind of starts. Is him.
I think you've told me about this movie.
Yeah, but one of his like he coaches the women's basketball team, the little like girls basketball team, and one of the girls finds him in the girls' bathroom smoking crack, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And she just kind of help each other because he knows that one of his the girl's brother's friends is a drug dealer, and he's trying to get her to deal drugs for him. So he's trying to help her, stop her from doing that, but at the same time he buys drugs from that guy. So it's a very morally
an emotional
conflicting
conflict movie.
Yeah,
So
that's
okay.
interesting.
That was really good. And then
So what is that? Half Nelson?
Half Nelson.
Okay, so Half Nelson.
We should watch it. And then Moonlight, because we already talked about that.
Yeah.
And then The Wolf of Wall Street is just like such a cool movie.
Okay.
'Cause
I
that
haven't.
one's-
I think another one with Leonardo.
Yeah.
Is how you say his name?
Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Cool name.
You call him Leo. Hey, Leo.
We're on a first name.
Yeah, I know him. I know him on a first name basis.
Yeah.
Catch Me If You Can. That was one of them.
I've heard about
I
that.
love that movie.
It's on my list.
It is so cool. It makes you feel like a badass.
Oh,
Just
really?
like,
He's slick.
yes, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Love
Those are
that
my
movie.
3, though.
All right. So my 3, I can name my top 6, but I'll just do my 3 and then I'll come back and name all 6 in a row.
Okay.
So number 3 would have to be Whiplash.
Okay,
I
yeah.
still haven't
Amazing
seen
movie.
it.
Oh,
I still
my
haven't seen it.
I know it's gonna sound kind of like overrated. Like, oh my gosh, of course you're one of those people that liked Whiplash. Like everybody
No,
that.
it was amazing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It was amazing, but I've seen a lot of people that are like, "Oh, you only like that
Oh.
movie because it's like popular right now," and
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, you're one of those guys."
I mean, it pertains to like stuff that you do. That you like that
Exactly.
kind of music.
I like me. I love jazz.
You're not a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan. Like,
can
and
tell.
I enjoyed the cinematic qualities. J.K.
Yeah.
Simmons was a complete
Oh, yeah.
mastermind.
And who played the drums in it? The
The
main character.
I know that actor.
Yeah, he hasn't been in anything big.
But what was crazy,
sure?
whatever his name was, is
He was in one thing.
What was
besides
crazy is he
this.
was actually playing drums.
What?
Yeah, he learned how to play the drums.
That's so cool.
No, he's been in other stuff.
Well, yes, he's been in other stuff, but like
But, like-
nothing major. He hasn't won any Oscars.
Yeah, but that he's
Miles Teller is his
Yep.
name.
Yeah.
people know about him. Like
Oh, yeah.
he's
He was in the Divergent series.
Yeah, but he was
Okay,
a big part of it.
That's not even in.
like what else though? What else?
All right, he's been Whiplash, The Spectacular Now. Never heard of it.
That was a big teen movie.
Never heard of it. Bleed for This, boxing movie. Never heard of it. He was in War Dogs with Jonah Hill. I'll
Okay.
give him that.
I feel like there's got to be more. I've seen him.
I'm telling you, there's
Okay.
really.
Here's the thing. He's probably played in some supporting roles.
He's in the new Top Gun movie.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, that doesn't even really count because that doesn't even come out yet.
Doesn't even count.
Yeah, that doesn't even come out yet. But I feel like he's been supporting actor in
Yes,
bigger
that's
movies.
what I meant. Like he
Okay,
hasn't
yeah.
had his. That was his first
leading role.
really big leading role
Okay,
movie.
yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 3. Number 2 is from 1971 or 1970.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
No, different Clint Eastwood movie.
Right.
Dirty Harry.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Dirty
That one
Harry.
was-
I am a huge Clint
it?
Eastwood fan. No, that's my number 1.
That's the general. Or
That I'm gonna talk about it.
Oh,
Let me talk about it.
the.
Okay, so Dirty Harry is
uh,
about a cop. Dirty Harry.
Is
Harry
his name
Callahan.
Harry?
Is
His
he
name
Harry?
is Harry.
is he like dirty, like
And Harry?
filthy?
It's like dirty as in like he's not your conventional cop.
oh,
So
I just expected this guy just to not.
You
bathe.
feel a lucky punk. Is that the right?
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Oh, that was good.
Oh
I'm
shit!
surprised you got it. Well, tell me, do you feel lucky? And then he says, "Well, do you?"
Okay, just let the people watch the movie. Okay,
Yeah.
come on.
I'm not giving anything away.
Yeah, that's like
That's just like the
Spoiler.
pop point.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dirty Harry about a cop in the 70s in San Francisco catching a serial killer.
There were a lot of
Amazing.
them back then.
There
I
are
don't know
some-
why, but it's awesome.
That's a hot time for.
And
Booming
then
business.
Right.
Number 1,
Yep.
The Gentleman. That one right there. Guy Ritchie, Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, Eddie Marson and Colin Farrell.
Colin
and
Farrell and Hugh Grant are like masterminds in their own. But The Gentleman, I don't know what it is. It's probably because the Guy Ritchie in it and just his directorial, the way he does things.
Yeah.
If you've seen any other Guy Ritchie movie besides the Aladdin movie, which doesn't count, he did that.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, yes, you liked it, but it's not a Guy Ritchie movie.
The new one?
Yeah, he directed that.
He directed the new.
He directed Aladdin
Why?
2018. I don't
Why?
know.
They're like, who should we direct? Like, have direct this?
Ah,
They're
yes.
Like, Guy Ritchie.
The guy that made Snatch, where Brad Pitt is completely unintelligible and you can't understand a word he's saying.
Do you like dags?
That was actually pretty accurate. That was
What?
pretty good.
Do you like dags?
Yeah.
You know, on the ferry.
Are we getting copyrighted if we play part of that?
Yeah,
He just did.
Dang it, I can't.
Yeah, dude, it was bad.
Yeah,
I can upload it.
We
like,
played
for a
part of
while.
the UFC fight,
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was just like, no, you cannot play that.
Yeah, and
Damn.
like wouldn't let us upload the YouTube video for like
Such
3 days.
That's a
was it
big
or something?
topic.
Yeah.
copyright striking is
Yeah.
huge.
Yes.
It sucks.
Dude, the algorithm is quick with
It
it.
sucks.
It knows.
So
Don't play.
my favorite 3: Whiplash, Dirty Harry,
Yep.
and The Gentleman. So let's move on if we want to. You want to move on to music? Like
Sure.
top 3 albums of all time that you're like your favorite.
Oh, dude.
Woo! I know.
This, I'm
going
definitely
deep
gonna be
topics.
kicking myself later
I know,
because I'm gonna
man.
be
Like
like,
deep
fuck,
topics,
you
man.
didn't mention this weird
Okay.
one.
I'm gonna be cliche as hell for this, but
Yeah, we'll let him go first.
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
Oh, what?
no, I guess.
Oh, you're putting me?
Well, you said
Yeah.
cliche, so I figured you knew what.
I'm just making sure.
Okay, so Steph, you want to kind of discuss like your music style, what you like to listen to?
Wow.
Looking through Spotify.
So I kind of grew up listening to like, I don't even know. Like my dad just has such weird music taste. He's in like bluegrass bands, and so I listened to a lot of like I grew up like listening to Dolly Parton and like my
Mhm.
dad, he listens to like the Avett Brothers, people
Mhm.
like that. Personally, I like got more into, like I went to like the rock stage, right, and then I got into like groove, if that makes sense. So like Stevie Wonder and like Bill Withers, things like that. So
Oh, yes, sir.
Superstition.
Yes, sir.
Superstition by Stevie Wonder was the first song I learned how to play on drums.
Oh, so
Little
that's like,
6-year-old me was jamming out to Superstition. Love that song.
dude, I don't know that I'll relate to you guys too much on mine.
No, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
You're like, well, it's a lot of old stuff.
It
I'm
is a
like,
lot of old
yeah,
stuff.
mine's a lot of new stuff.
So
I want to say, I'm not gonna say because I can't even think of the album name, but the iconic Fleetwood Mac album is just amazing. Which one is it? It's the
I'm gonna let you try to think what it is. I'm gonna
Oh.
double check
You
'cause
don't-
I don't want to be
wait.
wrong.
You're classifying this as one of your top 3.
no.
favorite
I'm
albums?
just saying I'm giving it an honorable mention.
Okay.
Because it's just so good,
Yeah.
and I feel bad for not mentioning it because I
Right.
love it.
Okay.
Dang, albums though, that's hard.
I swear. If
So-
this is the name of the album, I'm gonna kick myself.
This is gonna be
Rumors.
weird. Rumors, yeah.
That's the one that has Dreams on it.
you
That's
know
like
what?
super popular now with the
which is
crayon
weird.
raspberry and the
'cause I've
skateboarding guy.
Loved it
Yeah.
forever.
I feel like I
But
need
so I'm
to-
gonna say that. I'm actually gonna say that as one of
Okay,
them.
okay,
Rumors, Fleetwood
okay.
Mac.
I'll give you that.
This is gonna be curveball. You're not gonna see this one coming. But the first album by Mumford and Sons. I think it's just self-titled. Pretty sure it's
Mumford and Sons.
self-titled.
You know,
As
as much as I've heard about them, I think I've only ever listened to one song.
yeah,
one
and
time.
that's fair. And some people like it was like a mockery for like a couple years ago. Just like, are you listening to Mumford and Sons? It was funny,
So what
but
a douche.
um,
Listen to Mumford and
and
Sons.
you know the whole beanie like
Bruh.
hipster look.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Yeah.
There's
There's
not-
me with my beanie, my skateboard,
not
on
a-
with my iced coffee. Listening
Literally,
to
I
Mumford and Sons.
I skateboard, I play drums, and I'm a journalist. It's bad. It's bad.
Hey,
Um,
are
Doesn't
you
he look like he should be from Colorado?
Yeah. Are you by chance a liberal?
Dude, and then I worked as a barista over.
No way. No way.
I'm not
Okay.
even joking.
Okay. Yeah.
It's bad. I hit every stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in one of them. I am in all of them.
Yeah.
He
Um,
is the stereotype.
I am the stereotype.
All right, so you got Rumors, Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, but I want to like listen to this album because like the lead singer I can't I'm such a bad, his last name's Mumford but he a lot of his songs, like the first one, Sigh No More, is the first song of the album. It's like taken from a Shakespeare play,
Oh.
and the entire thing is like it's Sigh No More Ladies or some, it's some weird Shakespeare play that I
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
know,
Really?
but it's so beautiful. It's so cool. Like
This is Mumford and Sons.
yes, the
Okay.
first album. Listen to it; it's amazing. Just the whole thing is, and you know how like last year Spotify gave you like your percentage.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah,
love
I was
seeing that.
Your
top
percentage.
of like, if you like listen to this band a lot, it would tell you like you're in the top 10% of people who listen to this.
Oh,
I was
never-
top 1%
Oh, no.
because I listened to them
Dang.
every night before I went to bed. Because it was like, need to calm down.
Yes.
So that's like one, and then
Dang, I didn't see those analytics.
yes.
there's a website that shows you.
Okay.
And then I'm not mentioning so many really good ones, and I'm gonna be mad that I'm not mentioning a shit ton of classic ones. But I did Fleetwood Mac, so it's okay. because like I really want to say like Crosby, Stills, and
Nash.
Nash. Yeah. Okay, the reason I mispronounce it is because my dad did an Irish band thing for St. Patrick's Day, and it was Crosby, Stills, Bangers, and Mash.
Ah, that's
the
pretty
joke.
clever.
It was funny.
That's clever.
So I always get it mashed, but they're amazing. Obviously, it's literally like, and then I'm not gonna say the Beatles, but those are just I love both of those bands. I'm going to say "To Pimp a Butterfly" by Kendrick Lamar.
That's what I was thinking of.
That album is beyond amazing.
I'm
It's like I have to include hip hop because it's so like.
I'm
of our
including
times.
hip hop.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
And-
probably
but
not the hip hop you're
Just
thinking
a
of.
few more honorable mentions, like the greatest hits, Stevie Wonder, self-titled, or the album, whatever album Use Me's on from Bill Withers, absolutely amazing. Like some of those things, and then almost all the Snarky Puppy albums.
Snarky.
Yeah, I got him on a Snarky Puppy.
Yeah,
He
I
really
really
likes
like
it.
Yeah, fusion jazz is so cool.
Which we talked to Kendrick about. Kendrick knows Snarky Puppy.
Yeah, you should talk to Kendrick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry,
Hey, he's on the drum line.
That's awesome.
On,
That's hard.
on the marching band.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I would say working for the DN and the drumline are two of the biggest commitments you can have.
Yeah,
Yes.
for real. All right,
They're
do you have
tough.
your 3?
Yeah, I was. That's what I've been on my phone. I'm building a
Okay.
playlist because I feel like I can never remember because I have a lot of music. But I would say my top 3 are. I have 4, but it kind of changes.
I
But
gave like 10.
so probably The Internet, because The Internet by Childish Gambino.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard that, but
I've heard some of his songs. I just found a new song by him. It was like Me and Your Mama. I
yeah,
think I just found that one. It's good.
he went in like a different direction recently with his music, but like that his old rap stuff, like lyrically, he is one of the most, I feel like, underrated lyrically. Like his
Who?
uh,
What was it again?
Childish Gambino.
Oh, okay.
He's
I
just
was making
so
sure.
clever. Like he's so good.
Dude, Donald
Yeah.
Glover is a genius.
Yes, he is. Like
He's a
he can do
genius.
so much stuff.
And he's a great actor.
Yes, and it shows.
Have you seen
in this
Atlanta?
album. What?
Have you seen Atlanta?
I've
The
seen.
show?
I
I've been
think I
meaning
saw
to
the
watch
first
it.
few
Watch
episodes
it.
of the first
Okay.
season. It is really good.
Like it's amazing.
Like
Okay.
It's
what
amazing.
is? What's TV shows? Emmys?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, Emmys. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
one-
big time Emmys.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Watch it. It's so good.
Okay. What is it on?
What is it
FX?
on? Yes.
Fo-
I think
FX?
I think I saw it on Hulu.
Yeah, it
it's
is
on
on
Hulu.
Hulu, but
That's
it's
why I
on
watched
FX.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hulu on FX.
And then this is a cliche choice, but it's For a Reason, Blonde by Frank Ocean.
Yep.
It's just, it has to
Oh,
be
it's
there.
amazing.
Yeah. And then To Pimp a Butterfly, as we talked about. And then I don't know if you guys have listened to King Cruel at all, but the
Dude, you showed me King Cruel. King Cruel is so chill. I
Yeah.
like King Cruel.
The
It's good to
Ooze.
just like
Mm.
study to.
Yeah, it's one of those. The Ooze is one of those albums that came out in a like a special time. You
Uh-huh.
know, like it just the nostalgia that is associated with that album is just like
Yep.
you know, one of those. So yeah, those are my top 4,
Nice.
I guess.
That's fair. All right, my turn.
You have a lot to live up to here.
I don't think anything in my top 5. No, not top 5. None of my top 3 are past the 1990s.
Really?
Yeah.
You're an old soul, man.
I know.
I don't
Number
think any of mine are past 2010 or before 2010.
Wow.
Okay, so number 3, LL Cool J. I'm bad. I don't know what. I fell in love with that album as soon as I bought it. I listened to it like 15 times in a row. LL Cool J is like my number 1 rapper of all time.
Is that the one that you got on vinyl recently?
Not recently, but I've played it for you before.
Okay.
Yeah. So LL Cool J. See, now my number 2 I've been struggling with because my top 3 genres of all time are old school hip hop and rap,
Yep.
jazz, and rock and roll.
So
I've been trying to find that jazz one that I really, really, really like.
Yeah.
you don't mention Tupac or Biggie.
I'm not dissing Tupac or
Okay.
Biggie. I'm just
I'm
saying.
just saying you don't even mention them, which is
no,
just
I'm not dissing them by any means, but like I
get around.
personally am just a big fan of LL Cool J and his voice.
Okay.
And how he does his music. And
Okay.
in that time, like everybody says that like Mama Said Knock You Out when it came out for the Deadpool trailer, that's kind of like when everybody like really started to listen to him again.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was one of the befores.
Okay.
And
What about Skilo? You know Skilo?
the heck is Skilo?
You don't know Skilo?
No, I feel bad. Should I know what
No,
Skilo
no,
is?
he's like a goofy rapper. I'll show you after,
Okay.
but
So like I've been looking at my albums over here and like
so many options.
I don't know if I go trumpet or saxophone.
Oh,
I'm probably gonna have to go trumpet. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, as my number 2.
yeah.
Kind of Blue is such a
Yeah, I love that one.
It's a shut
Right? I do.
up. Kind of Blue is just a masterpiece in its time when it
Yeah.
came out, and it's just been. They did a documentary over it, and it just made me love it even more.
Yeah.
Like it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can put John Coltrane up there. You can put Frank Sinatra up there, but he didn't really play.
Mm-hmm.
He sung, so he was like a jazz singer.
Yeah.
But there's so many different people you can put up there for jazz.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of new jazz too. Like the Whiplash soundtrack is fantastic.
Ooh,
That's
I
new
bet you
jazz.
like that. I bet you like
Oh,
that.
that was freaking awesome.
That's a really good sound.
My number 1 is Head Games by Foreigner.
Yeah.
That's my favorite album of all time. I think Foreigner is the best sounding rock and roll band of the 70s, 80s.
That's a hot take.
I know it's a hot take.
Cold take.
Cold take, because we like being cold. But
No.
I don't know what it is about Foreigner, but I love their sound. And it's
Yeah, I had never heard of them before you even talked about them.
And,
I haven't really listened to them
like
much
you
yet.
don't know who they are, but you've heard most of their songs.
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And you won't know Rev It on the Red Line, but you got Head Games, obviously. You've got Cold as Ice. Cold as Ice.
Cold as ice.
Willing to set.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Oh no. But I mean,
We're that good.
they've got so many hits on that album that people don't realize.
It's from.
It's from Head Games.
Okay.
And I have a German pressing. It's like one of my most valued records. It's not that valuable.
That's really
It's just
cool.
like a sentimental value. It's like one of the highest ones. My dad got it for me.
Nice.
And it's just, I love that album. So, is there any ones that you like want to talk about again?
It's just so
Movies
bad.
or music? Movies or music?
Music, definitely. Movies are just like I love them, but it's just like not the deepest connection.
I get that.
But I feel
I'm just
so,
gonna like be looking at my records now.
I feel so bad when
see what I
people-
missed.
I
Yeah.
feel so bad when people like ask me my favorite artist or band or
So hard.
I don't have one.
because there's just so many. I can't. So
I
you tell me
can't.
to give me your top 3. Those probably aren't even my top 3. They're just like
Just off the top of your head.
instant, like,
Yeah.
because like I didn't even bring up like Ray Charles, for example. Holy shit.
Ray Charles used to be my top 3, but Miles Davis knocked him down. Like
Top.
Ray Charles, I think I was in that top 10% of
Yeah.
listeners last year
Oh wow, that's really cool.
on Spotify.
Um,
Southern Sounds by Ray Charles is really good.
Yeah.
Did you see the movie, Ray, with Jamie
yes,
Foxx?
yeah, it's
Oh
an
my
amazing
gosh.
movie.
Too
It's
long.
Really good. Too
Like
long.
they could have cut out 45 minutes of
That's
that movie
fair.
and it would have been fine.
That's fair, but I loved
It's
it.
just so long.
I still liked it though.
Oh man.
What about you? Ever listen to Tyler the Creator?
Oh yeah. Okay.
This is
so
you guys'
this is gonna
conversation.
be interesting. I love his first album,
Bastard. Me too.
Yonkers. That song. When I am
Sorry?
mad. Yonkers. That's one of them.
Hmm?
What?
Yonkers. That's off
Yonkers.
Goblin. Goblin is his second album.
That's his. Oh, okay. You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's I was like, do you?
I'm not that big of. Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yonkers off of Goblin. That is my favorite album.
If you like Yonkers, you should listen to Bastard.
I should. I
It's the
will.
very first one.
But I don't hate, but I don't like Cherry Bomb because I can't hear him. It's so horribly mixed, in my opinion.
You did a lot of weird
It was
distortion stuff.
weird. Don't like it. But Yonkers specifically, when I'm pissed off at someone, I will listen to that. And like over quarantine, I got like a punching bag just 'cause I needed to do like.
Listen to Yonkers.
And I'd listen to Yonkers, and oh my god,
Dude, that's like Nirvana for me. I fucking.
I love Nirvana too. Yeah. So
Not a
good.
90s guy. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I get it. It's out there. It's
Yeah.
very.
But I want to talk like obviously Tupac and Biggie, amazing. I prefer
No,
Biggie.
yeah.
I prefer Biggie. I like
I'm not really into them.
I like his style more, but some like underrated hip hop artists. I just discovered MF Doom.
Yeah.
Holy
he's
shit!
Good. He's good.
I just like list like Doomsday on repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So good, such a good like his flow
Lyricist.
is amazing.
Well, like when I think you say underrated rappers,
Well, I don't think underrated. I just think like
not as well known
yeah,
as they
yes.
should be.
I
Like
need
I
to
think
show
that's
you.
right now, especially for our generation. Like they don't know the classics. They know
And I
Biggie,
guarantee-
Tupac, NWA, and
Yeah.
that's it.
You guys haven't heard this one, but it's ASAP Rock, not ASAP Rocky.
No,
I have.
ASAP Rock.
ASAP Rock.
Aesop.
I've heard of it. I haven't listened to it.
It's
Oh
like
my God.
Aesop Rock.
Yeah.
He's got some
Um,
storytelling songs.
He's amazing.
yeah.
No.
He is
See,
brilliant.
I'm not like a mumble rap guy. I'm definitely lyrical.
Oh, he's very
a
lyrical.
lyrical
He's like,
Yeah,
rapper.
It's about as lyrical as you can get.
yeah.
So
Poetic.
one of my coworkers like introduced me to J. Cole. I really like J. Cole.
I really
because
look,
of
yeah,
how, like,
he's really good
lyrical he
too.
is.
That is true. J. Cole, I didn't even think about that. He's amazing.
It's like a middle ground where he's not like he can get lyrical, but he's also got
Yeah.
some like dance songs. You know,
Yeah,
like,
he's
And he's
like
got some really like sad ones.
he's
Like
like
the first
right
song,
on the edge.
I think the first J. Cole song I ever listened to was Window Pane.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know what, I just really liked that song. And I was like, wow, this is a story and I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like what
That's really
got
cool.
me hooked on J. Cole. And I think it's really cool.
You should listen to Milo. You ever heard of Milo?
I have heard of it. Or heard of him, but I haven't listened to it much.
He's
yet.
really good. He's got some
Tiptoes. Did he do a song called Tiptoes?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
He's got some good stuff. Very. It's kind of like it's very like hipster poetic kind of stuff. Like
Love
he
it.
just says like it's like spoken word, and you know in some kind of ways it could be like Hobo Johnson, like that kind of stuff, but just not Hobo Johnson.
My favorite opening to like any song. I'm gonna disagree with myself later, but it's like I'm a fucking walking paradox. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's
Yeah.
the opening to a
So-
song ever, Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Wait, what, Grandpa?
Shut up. Leave me alone. You
When I
can't.
was in Vietnam, we would listen to that song, and the choppers and the whippersnappers.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh yeah, that makes sense too.
What was it then? What's the?
It's called Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
Okay.
And it's literally got a verse from Revelations. It's woe to you, O earth and sea. But the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who have understanding reckon the number
shit,
of
he
the
knows.
beast, for it is a human number. Its number
Yeah.
is 666.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with mine. Mine's cooler.
No, okay, leave me alone.
Or just
You know
let's just
what?
be cliche and say Thunderstruck. 'Cause
That's
that's so hype. When that was that one? No, it was Immigration Song. In Thor. God, I'm gonna listen to those as soon as this is done.
Yeah.
Love
Careful
those.
when you get up from that table, the futon. Just watch out. You might trip over his walker.
Oh, got it.
Leave me alone, man. I know I'm an old head, but jeez, come on.
Oh my god, I'm gonna make those jokes from now on.
That's good. You're like the new Cody Co.
Yeah, basically, bro.
Whatever, leave me alone.
I'm gonna be.
Leave me alone.
You're like, I
man.
don't want to get in a bar with you anymore. No,
I'm going back.
We're gonna have
screw it.
comments.
Shut up.
No,
Shut up.
we're gonna have
Shut up.
comments. No.
Shut up. We're
gonna
going
have
back to
comments.
movies.
I'm not done. We're gonna have comments on the YouTube being like, "Congratulations! It's so." I'm just so happy to see like elderly people still going to college. Like that's so
Get your
brave of
degree.
you.
Get your
It's-
degree. You know.
My
It's
degree.
never too late to start.
Shut up. We're going back to movies. So
Okay.
I think a good movie that I'm gonna add to mine is Blues Brothers
Okay.
on the Fridge with
Wow.
John
Oh,
Belushi.
is that what that's from?
Yeah, John Belushi.
Says the Blues Brothers.
I didn't. I just glanced at it.
We're on a mission from God. Great movies. It's just best police chase in any movie of all time. Blues Brothers. Quote me on that.
I haven't seen it.
I'll show it to you when we're done.
We can't even
freaking
argue on
amazing.
anything with you because you're just
No, you
like-
can't because I know too much. I'm the encyclopedia,
You
remember?
are. Yeah, you've been alive for so long. You know, you just gather the information.
Whatever, man.
It was around the
Whatever.
1920s. He's been around since film was created.
Exactly. He's seen every movie there is.
He knew these people. He knew Alfred Hitchcock.
What?
They were friends.
I'm surprised you didn't put.
Hey,
Baby
don't
Driver.
roast Alfie, okay? That's my
Alfie.
first name basis, right? You know Leo.
Damn.
No. Baby Driver's my number 4.
Okay. I was gonna
Whiplash
say-
knocked it out of my top 3.
Yeah, that's a better use of music in a movie.
I
'cause
agree.
It's like
That's a
about music.
comedy.
Yeah.
That Blue Brothers is a comedy.
So
Oh,
this
really?
is a movie. I don't. The
No,
soundtrack's
I'm
really
not
good.
done,
I don't
sir.
care. I don't care. Okay.
You interrupted me.
Oh my god, this is getting aggressive.
Want to fight?
Do I need to whip you?
I beat up my grandpa.
Get a switch?
Beat up you too.
Elder abuse.
Leave me alone.
All
right,
we're going
all right.
on him.
Can I talk now, please?
Yeah, I guess.
Thank
Yes.
you. Pale
Respect your
Rider.
elders.
Put your hearing aids in.
Pale Rider by Clint Eastwood. It's an old movie.
Pale
Yeah,
Rider.
Whatever.
could
Leave me
have
alone.
guessed.
I'm not even going to talk about it. It's just, yeah, it's good.
We've bullied
Okay.
him into submission.
Go for 6. Go for 6.
No, I did say it.
I thought that was 5.
Yeah. 6 is Blues Brothers.
Oh, okay.
4 is Baby Driver.
Oh
I mean, I could go on.
no,
Yeah,
no,
No,
you're
I'm just kidding.
we're good. We got
Okay.
it.
All right, we're done. I'm done being made.
We're done ping pong being fun.
I
Exactly.
agree.
Question. Random question we had in our Floor
Yeah.
9 group chat.
Oh.
Is eating vegetables by themselves a snack?
Why wouldn't it be?
A snack is whatever you want to make.
It's just
Exactly.
food.
Like they were making the case that like you can't have like would you eat like just a tomato by itself?
I have.
I have too.
Cherry tomatoes.
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. Would you?
I mean, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't say that's not a snack if someone else did.
Just by itself. Like they were making the argument that like you have to put like salt on it, which is good. Salt on tomatoes is good.
Okay, that what?
You
That
have to-
doesn't make any
so
sense.
if you eat an apple, do you have to put caramel on it?
I
or
think
it's
no.
not a
I think they
snack?
were making
Like,
the case for specifically vegetables.
Their logic
Oh.
is pretty flawed.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because like carrots is a snack.
yeah,
Yes, it's better with ranch, but
yeah.
carrots are still good.
You can.
the
Yeah.
amount of times people actually eat it doesn't affect whether or not it's
Right.
It's a snack.
Right.
Exactly. Have you ever had sugar snap peas?
Yes.
Oh
they're
my
really good.
lord.
Like people aren't out there.
Can't tell me I'm old for eating sugar
Not
snap
many
peas.
people are just
okay.
like taking radishes and just biting them or onions.
Yeah.
Unless you're like
But
Dwight from The Office.
It can be a snack.
Oh whatever.
It's not a
That's
good
beets.
snack.
Thank you. Not radishes.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Never seen The
Incorrect.
Office. Cough, cough.
That's fine.
Don't like it.
Imbecile.
All right.
Imbecile.
All right. Well.
Anything else?
Yeah. I think we've been going pretty strong here for a while.
Whoops.
We'll give
My
you
bad.
one more try on that.
You did great.
It's going. Yeah, we got a minute.
Thanks so
35
much
to
for
fill.
coming on, Steph.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was fun.
Yeah, so
Loved it.
make sure you guys go check out his articles on the Daily Nebraskan. Stephen J. Mailand. Yeah. Anything else, man? I know
don't
you already
know.
asked that, but I'm.
Yeah,
Finalizing
I already
asking.
wrapped up. All right.
We already wrapped you
up.
up. We presented yourself.
Then wrap
right?
back up.
Wrap
and then
back up?
unwrap back.
Okay. Yeah. Wear your masks. That's like my biggest.
That's
thing.
right.
Please
Ethan,
wear your
anything
mask.
else from you, man?
No, just chilling. Watch out for watch if I don't know if there's gonna be a live stream for the Wisconsin Nebraska game, but I'm working on a video that might be on that, so go check it out. Yeah. How about you, Alex?
I don't know. In the next few weeks, I'm going to begin a radio station on KRNU.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, yeah, make sure you're
Right.
listening to that.
Let's go. Big moves for everyone.
45 seconds left. So, I mean, I'm sure I can fill something.
It's really cool.
Be safe, everybody. It's snowing outside if you're here in Nebraska.
Yes. I'm actually.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm
So
I'm
foggy.
tempted to just, like, go outside because I
Just
haven't,
chill
like, been in
outside?
the snow for a while.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to go outside just to experience it again.
I don't blame you, honestly.
You know?
You got to be careful. Your immune system's pretty weak at this
I know
age.
because I'm so old, right?
Oh my
You know?
god. You just had to sneak it in.
You know what? We're done with this. Thank you for listening to the Homonymous podcast. I'm Alex New.
I'm Ethan Weldon.
Thank you guys so much, and have a great day.
Bye.